And welcome to FloCheer Radio. This is our first official podcast. We've been talking about this a long time. I am Jessica Baker, and I'm joined with some of our FloCheer favorites. We have Megan Reed.
Megan Motley, recently married.
Recently married, sorry. Hard habit to break. And then we have Emily Schmidt.
Hello.
And Emily had a rough day yesterday. We actually thought we were filming yesterday, but
better luck today.
Yes.
We got stuck in the rain. We had sunshine today. It was meant to be for curly hair.
Yes, because it totally rained on us yesterday. So glad we rescheduled.
Yes.
So we're first ever podcast. We're super excited. We've been wanting to do this for a long time. I know Megan has.
This has been like my little pet project in the works. I just think about all the times where we sit around and talk about cheerleading and
every day.
We have a radio show.
I feel like we just have so much to say, and I feel like this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. So, and it's early October right now, and one of the big things that's happening is music releases, right?
Yes.
And we have a lot of those on our sites, and so kind of what are you guys excited about? Like new music? You've heard some new things?
Well, Cheer Athletics Panthers, their music just dropped pretty recently, and social media went crazy. Yeah. Like there was so much reaction to that, but it's kind of like new music's coming out every day, and so for me, I don't know that there's like a team that I'm particularly excited for. I'm just like, of course you do.
You know me.
Tell us, who are you excited
this year?
for, Emily?
I am very excited to hear Maryland Twisters at 5. I actually got to catch up with Tara from Maryland Twisters last week. They have a lot of new things up their sleeve for this season. So that's who I'm personally most looking forward to hearing their music, seeing what they're going to go for this year. She said they're really trying to reinvent F5, such an iconic original worlds team. So
I feel like you have a secret.
Yeah, what's the
Why are you
scoop?
not telling us?
So my hair's so big.
Full of secrets.
Full of little secrets.
So wait, when will they? Are they making an announcement? When are we gonna kind of?
We will find out.
But you're
see.
going there.
I get to go. I know. I get to be hopefully a part of it. They are opening their doors to me. I will be heading to Maryland for their showcase in December.
Ooh.
So I'm really excited. And hopefully I will be one of the first to see their big surprise for the season. But get ready, cheer fans. It sounds like F5 has a lot of new tricks up their sleeve, and it's going to be a brand new F5 this year.
So do you have any idea of what's coming, or are you just like?
I don't. It was a little bit. But I'm not going to give away their secrets. I'm a good secret keeper.
She knows.
Well,
She's
you know
just
what?
not telling us.
That's
see.
fine.
But she's
That's
a good
fine.
secret keeper, so.
You guys are going to have to wait and find out.
Kudos
I can
to you.
wait. I can wait. Well,
Speaking of trips.
yes, you went on a big trip.
Yes.
Tell us about
I
it.
got to meet the queen, Angel Rice. We went to her house, I think it was a couple weekends ago in Atlanta, and really fun. We got to see kind of where her whole home, her crazy shoe collection.
Jeez.
I know. And one of the funniest things was we got there and they weren't even there. She was doing a camp somewhere and they were flying in, and her mom called and she was like, just go into the house. We have the medals laid out on
my
the bed. And yeah, we're like, oh wow, so hospitable. And we got to meet her brother, Jaden, and
They're cheering on Steel together this year, right?
Yes,
exciting.
Yes. His
Okay.
first year on Steel. I guess it's been a dream of his to make the team, and now Angel's coming back to cheer with him, which is really sweet.
That is awesome.
So glad to see her back.
I know.
That was one of my favorite announcements of the season.
Right. I mean, I guess we thought it was going to be her last year, and that would have it would have been hard for me to for her to end on that note at Worlds.
I agree.
Yep.
So Steel though.
Yes,
that's
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Double exciting.
But he was super sweet, and we got there, and we told him we're going to do a tour of the house, and he was like, wait, and I was like, yeah, we're going to tour your room, and he was like, oh my gosh, it's not clean, so we ran up the stairs, and he started cleaning his room.
That's
and,
so funny.
Yeah, so our last stop
That
on
would
the tour.
100% be me. I would be rushing around. Well, even
Throw it all in your closet.
if you came over to my house right now, I would have to be there.
Sorry, 1 second. But by the end,
it's laundry everywhere.
yeah,
Sure.
by the end of the tour, we went to his room and it was super clean. And his mom, Tanya Rice, was like, "That's the cleanest I've ever seen his room." So
Well,
you're welcome.
FloCheer, we can just travel
your
around the
kids
world
clean
and
their
help
rooms.
parents clean rooms.
Yes.
Yes, cleaning rooms.
I'm excited for her to
One
be
at a
on
time.
Steel because she was on the very first Steel team. So this is going to be
Yeah.
great.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of where she,
It's like full circle.
yeah. And this is when she first debuted her bounce back pass, which is a huge deal. So I'm glad to see her going out on Steel, I have to say.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going to be an exciting season all around for sure.
So other things I'm excited about, I'm going to share with you guys 3 things that I am currently obsessed with. There's so much going on on and off the mat. So between pop culture, cheerleading, my first thing I'm obsessed with, I just upgraded to the
you're
iPhone
so
8
lucky.
Plus.
Fancy pants.
Picture quality, guys. We are going to be only using my phone from now on to take pictures.
Get rid of the cameras.
Yes,
just the phone.
come find me at an event. If we're there, you might see your high quality picture on FloCheer.
I'm gonna borrow that for
Meanwhile-
social media.
Yeah,
I
right.
have like a 5 and it's cracked.
One day. Second thing, I'm obsessed with that little girl, Charlene.
She is
Do
my
you know her?
spirit animal.
She is the best.
I'm obsessed.
She now has her own show. I'm so excited. It's called Charlene's World. I'm constantly checking her mom's Facebook page. Once a week, she posts her new episode. She's hilarious. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But my third thing that I am the most obsessed with right now is episode 1 of Making the Grade with Spirit of Texas A-Team.
Yes.
I know.
yes.
This has been the single hardest secret I've ever had to keep. This has been in the works for like months and months and months. So it's so exciting to
really
finally
is.
talk about
And
it.
now that episode 1 is out, it's time to, I hope everybody's seen it.
If you
If
haven't, pause this.
Shame
and
on you.
You can come right back.
Yes. There are lots of spoilers happening right now. So if you haven't seen episode 1, pause this, go watch it, then
first.
come back.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on. So episode 1, for those of you who don't know the documentary, we're going to be releasing them, I think, 1 a month. Really cool, following their journey from becoming a team and kind of putting the routine together and then competing. So, and we revealed that it was A-Team and everybody got super excited.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of the first episode?
Well, for me, since I was there, like producing that episode, it was like so fun to watch it back. But in so many ways, like it was like reliving that day. But then it was also like there was all these moments that sort of hit the cutting room floor that I'm like, man. But you know, we might be dishing a little bit of those secrets like on social media and stuff. So that'll be fun because I feel like there's so many moments that I want to see the light of day. So
Yes,
I agree.
and you, so she and I, we are producing on and off. I'm doing one, and then she's going, and then Emily got to see the episode before, and it's kind of funny because Megan and I come back and we show it to the girls, and we're watching them like,
Watching
I know.
Good? Are they having
Watching
fun?
what I'm thinking. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought episode 1 was awesome. I really like that we started it 6 months before Worlds. So it's July.
Yep.
And, I mean, you know where you're at in July. So, we're really seeing a very raw side of them, getting to see them starting from the basics. And, I mean, they're such a prestigious program, and A-Team has either won or gotten second at Worlds every year that they've competed, which is very impressive. So getting to see them start from the basics is cool. I feel like I really got to know the characters in episode 1. So I'm already loving them and laughing, and they're so funny. I'm sure you guys have so much fun
And
with
some
them.
of the scenes, I mean, you get to see them in practice, but you get to see them outside in the real world kind of interacting as people, which is really fun. Like the pool scene when they're all kind of doing that little
synchronized
game,
swimming.
synchronized swimming.
Oh my gosh. I wish y'all could have been there for that. It was the funniest thing. And like you could totally tell like who the leaders were on the team because they kind of took charge.
I agree.
And
It was cute. They were all like in the pool, popping around, like trying to transition.
The best part is like, of course they like put together choreography like outside of the pool. And like when you get in the pool, it's really hard to move in the water. So like it just kind of fell to chaos sort of. And they're just like trying to save it. And it was like they were just having the best
one count
time.
turned into like 8 counts.
Well,
to get
especially
there,
the one
so-
team did like a huge circle around, making a smile. That
very
had to be so
fancy.
hard to walk.
I know. It was
They
all
have a new
around.
respect for synchronized swimming, I'm sure.
100%.
Absolutely.
I thought it was great. I am already looking forward to episode 2.
Yeah.
And following them around all season long.
Oh, for sure. And another really cool thing that we got to see, Kenny Feely, when he was there working with them on their stunt technique, that was really cool because you don't get to see kind of that part of the competitive season.
Yeah.
So,
And Kenny is a skills and technical stunt coach. So it was really neat seeing him come in and instructing them on some of the basics. They really were breaking it down. I mean, they were just at prep level, just pushing it up to extension at one point. But the things he said, I mean, I've been involved in cheerleading for 20 plus years and I was learning brand new things just from watching it. So, I mean, if you're a coach, if you're an athlete, you're going to learn from the things that he says in this episode. So I thought that was cool. And even the grips. I mean, you said you heard.
No,
being
and so
there.
that was really what I found the most interesting was like he just had these different like techniques and grips that basically trained you to make a like easy skill hit and like so when you are attempting those like obviously very difficult stunt sequences, like you are trained and it's like muscle memory. So no, it was incredible to like witness that. And it was like my little cheer nerd was just like on the sidelines having so much fun.
And you know, we're actually going to have a special guest today, and it is Krista, who is actually the coach of A-Team and a fierce coach and a fearless coach. She is so great, and she connects to her kids, and it's so fun to watch her interact and to see just, you know, the kinds of athletes she can turn out. So I'm really excited to have her today. I'm sure she's going to have a lot to say about Kenny's workshop and the team.
She is like my favorite human. I have so much respect for her just as a coach, and just seeing how much, you know, and you kind of touched on it just now, but like how much she really works with the individual athletes. Like she knows what makes them tick and like knows how to get the most out of each person. Yeah. And it's kind of like watching a master in the making. Like clearly she is, I personally have not spent that much time with them so far yet, but like she is the reason for the A-Team magic.
Yeah,
like
and she's such a tough coach, but like you said, like she knows her kids. In the episode, one of the girls says, you know, Krista knows you before you know you.
Yeah.
And
I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah, when you hear something like that, you're like, oh my gosh, like that coach is so in tune with her kids.
For sure.
And they know at the end of the day, like she may give tough love, but they know that she loves them so much and is so invested in making them both great athletes, but great people too, on and off the mat. And I mean, she really talked about this is an all-girl team. Sisterhood is important. So we see them getting to do team bonding outside of practice, which was awesome.
Yep. And she is definitely one of those people. Their little saying that they always say is not rude, honest.
Yes.
And it's true though, because it's like she gives you like very straight up critiques, and it really like helps them shine and stuff. So
I love that.
It's really her coaching style is really fun, and I think it comes across really well through the episodes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what she has to say about the kids at this point, because episode 1, you know, the kids are kind of raw, they're new. So I think we need to go ahead and get her on the phone so we can get her thoughts on episode 1 and kind of what's to come. You know, I like these, but I think I'm going to get the ones with the little cat ears on them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you don't have that secret obsession with cats. It's not a secret.
Hello?
Krista!
Hi!
How are you?
Hey, Megan. How are you?
Good. We got you here on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
It's Jess, it's Emily, and Megan.
Hello.
And we were actually just talking about episode 1. You know, we've all seen episode 1. And we were, you know, in particular, we're talking about Kenny and kind of what you guys have learned. So kind of tell us about the kids and how they're doing now.
I definitely think that all like the technique drills that Kenny taught us during the summer definitely helped with all their basics. That I saw like a huge improvement from August till September. That, you know, it's especially with the higher level teams, it's sometimes hard to make it important to them to go back to all the basic drills, you know, that they want to do all the cool hard stuff.
And for people who don't know Kenny,
make them come in.
He's kind of like a character too, right? Like how does he connect with the kids?
Oh yeah, I've known Kenny since I was in college. He cheered at Louisville. All my best friends cheered at Louisville. He was like an amazing stunner. He was always like point co-ed stunt. But yes, his personality is definitely funny.
Yeah.
He like, you know, we'll joke around with the kids. We're like, you know, they don't know if he's like serious or kidding. But so, I mean, so he definitely makes it, you know, funny at the same time as learning, but definitely like drills into them that, you know, like everything is set up off basics. If you want to learn up a, you know, great white stunt, you're going to have to be able to hit a full up first. So.
Right. And I know, I think in the episode you guys...
I think I liked working with him. I think, you know.
yeah, he's way cool. He's fun. And I know we saw your stunts last time we were there in an episode.
Yeah.
How are we doing now? Is episode 1, we're kind of fresh, so how are the stunts going?
I mean, I definitely think overall stunning is probably our weakness. So it is, you know, just progressing slowly, I guess. We had a girl just get hurt actually doing a toe touch, and she's one of the best tumblers we have.
Oh, no. Of course it's just on a toe touch.
Our jump challenge video. And
oh, no.
Her ankle doing a toe touch. So right now we're actually trying to, like, change some of the groups around to make, you know, one of the alternates work in them.
And that's part of cheerleading, right? Versatility.
Exactly. Between that and cutting down our 8 counts, because our music is due, next Monday our 8-count sheets are due for our music.
Ooh.
That's
And
exciting.
we were like 8 counts over. Yeah.
Okay.
So
8 counts
trying
is
to cut it.
pretty big.
It's like, oh, that's not a lot.
That's
Oh.
like 2 dances.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad, and the owner, Brad, he does our choreography, and he's like, no, you can't cut that part. I love that part. Unless you have the power to make it 3 minutes long,
It'd be a
then
little
you're gonna
too
have to cut
fast.
something.
Well, you know what? I feel like it's
So,
a good place
trying
to
cut
be.
half an 8 count here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good scenario to be in where you love all of your routine so much that it's hard to cut it down.
I agree.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. Well, and a lot of teams don't add like the choreography like fluff until the end.
Mm-hmm.
And at Spirit, we do all of it all at the same time.
That's
And of course, it's all the fluff, like the actual choreography that we like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you have to have the skills.
Yeah, like all
So
the
usually
fancy
fluff is the
footwork
first thing
and.
to go.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Right.
A-Team's known for that. You guys always
Yeah.
have like the great choreography, lots of flair, really fun to watch. So that makes sense.
Always entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely think that that's probably our strength is performance and
Yes.
motions and choreography. So, trying to cut that to get a squad double in is hard.
And
But I'm like, you gotta have it. We have to have the numbers, So we finally got it cut down on Monday. So now we have, exactly
We're
the
getting
right amount of
there.
8
Good.
counts. So all we need is at the end. Yes.
So we actually
hopefully
were just
tonight they can come in and run it.
talking about music a little bit ago. Are we going to be seeing some original music from A-Team this year?
Yes, Patrick always does our music.
Oh, we love Patrick.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like he does an amazing job. I really feel like he loves A-Team. I'm sure he loves all the teams he does. But every year, I told him this time because he's always like, what do you want? Like, what's the feel you want? I always tell him I want it real girly. I want it all about us. I don't ever want it to be about another team or
Yeah.
Right.
That's
anything
great.
like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good note.
Some fun
And,
voiceovers.
that I was like, yeah, because sometimes they can get a little tacky.
They get a little crazy.
If somebody beat you or,
Yeah, of
So,
course.
pretty much keep it all about us and real girly. And
So it sounds like the
that
team is on
last
track.
year's music I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, music is kind of like that almost final step in finishing it out. So kind of what's going on in your life
Oh,
right
for
now? I know
sure.
we chatted this morning and you said you were crazy busy.
Yeah, crazy busy. It is homecoming week for one of my school teams. So I've literally been there almost every morning at 6 a.m.
Right,
Oh.
and you coach
I'm
at Prestonwood Christian
like-
Academy, is that right?
Yes. I'm
So you
their,
have 2
first
full-time
period
jobs.
teacher. So usually, yes, I'm cheer director there. I've been there 17 years. So
Great program.
Usually it's 7:30 till 9, but since it's homecoming week, we've been having to practice early because some of them are in court, some of them are homecoming court, some of
Yeah.
them are in other stuff that they have to be at during first period. So
And then you've got to
I'm just
run
trying
back to
get
the
everything
gym
ready.
and take care of your other
Yes,
kids.
and then exactly.
How
yeah.
many kids do you have
No,
total?
I'm
Yeah.
total 0 myself. Weekly basis. I think I coach 200 kids a week.
Oh
Do you
my
know all
gosh.
of their names?
On average.
I know.
Yes. Some of the names are actually
I'm
my
impressed.
weakness. I usually kind of make up some nicknames for them.
Oh, there you go. So you don't forget.
And some of them stick to where it's I'm if you let me, and some of them will just answer to whatever I call them. And I'm if you do that, I won't call you the wrong name until you're a senior. Don't answer if it's not your name. Tell me. I'll call you the wrong name forever.
Oh, that's so
Do you have
cute.
any
I love that.
kids that are
But
on
yeah,
A-Team
so-
and Prestonwood
And
Academy?
Preston, no, not this year. We did a couple of years ago. Actually, this year there's I have one of my Prestonwood kids is also on my senior restricted team.
Nice.
And she's a 7th grader, yeah. And her sister used to be on Prestonwood and on our senior 4.
Oh,
So
wow. That's always
she's
tough
pretty
when
much
kids are
grown
doing,
up with all the same
school
kids.
and then they're also doing all-star cheer. That's a lot, I mean, you're doing it.
Oh, yeah, it is a lot.
Coaching it as well.
But
Exactly. I'm
Oh,
it's a
man.
lot, I'm and I try to tell them all the time, I'm I always did it and worked. So I'm it depends, I feel on their personality type. Some kids are better when they're busy.
Yeah.
And then some kids just can't handle the anxiety of everything they have to get done.
yep.
Mhm.
So I think it's different, per kid, because parents will come and ask me, and I'm the kids that I know really well, I'm oh yeah, she can handle it.
Right. And I
Oh,
think
Yeah.
that's
better
one of the
like that.
last things we
And the
wanted
ones
to touch
that
on
I'm
too, personality. You talk a lot about how you connect to kids and how that translate not only on the mat but in life. So can you just kind of
Right.
tell us a little bit about your goal with the kids? I think you tell us a little bit in episode 1, but
I mean, I tell them all the time that I hope at the end of the day I'm teaching you way more than cheerleading. That, if it, like one day all your skills are going to be gone. I guess I said this quote a couple years ago, and they always had it written on the whiteboard at the gym, and it was kind of like, words to live by, remind your kids of this. And it was one of the days that actually we had like an awful week, and I was so like frustrated with the kids, and they were making bad choices, and we had to have like meetings and all this stuff. And I was like, remind the kids that at the end of the day, like your cheerleading skills will be gone. So what is your character?
Right.
What are you going to be left with? Like, are you going to be a good person that people respect, that is honest and will do the right thing when nobody's looking, or
and that's why team
are you
sports,
just in it for
cheerleading and coaches are so important.
Oh, for sure.
People like you are so important for
molding
the
future.
Young kids.
My coaches
and it's one of
absolutely
those things
shaped who I
that
am.
it's hard. Oh, for sure. Like, and it's hard to even as a coach remind yourself. Like, I feel like I'm one of the ones, like, as far as reminding the staff, especially the younger staff.
Yep.
That most of the younger staff, I coach them too, so they get it. But reminding them that it's like, I mean, of course we all want to win. Like,
right.
That's why we do competitive cheerleading.
Yeah.
But
That's a good point.
at the end of the day, it's like that's really not what it's about, right? And that's not what it should be about. That I really feel like if you have a great connection with the kids, like they want to please you, like they don't want to let you down.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's
where
exactly
you're
what
just
you said in
screaming at
episode
them all
1.
the time.
Yeah.
Like if you're just yelling at them all the time and getting on to them for everything they do bad,
Right.
like, then they're almost like too scared, and then that's why they mess up. You know. So
And
I think once you get on that personal level with them, that they're willing to do whatever you ask them to do.
Right. And like I said, thank God for coaches like you, because that's exactly why it is so much fun to be a fan of this sport.
It is.
agree.
And that's all that we have time for right now. I think we're about to wrap up. But Krista, thank you so much for taking out of the time. I'm sure you're driving from the gym to the school or
Awesome.
whatever you superheroes do.
No problem. It was great.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
She is so great. I love
She is.
Krista
I know.
so much.
I know. I like thinking about going back to the gym. Like, I had such FOMO when you were there shooting episode 2. So, like,
yes.
it's just like anytime that, we have the opportunity to go back, I'm always like, dibs.
I want to go back. I know.
Megan wants to be
Same.
on
When
the
you
team.
go, I'm like,
I know. I'll be an alternate.
Right. And episode 2 is coming out in November, early November. So mark your calendars. That's going to be a really fun one. I got to
It
produce
is.
that one. Sorry, Megan.
It's okay. It made it really a lot more fun to watch in some ways because it was like a surprise. All of it was, like unwrapping a present.
Oh, absolutely. So make
Good.
sure you guys are tuned in to FloCheer. We're about to wrap up the show now. Thanks for tuning in to our first ever episode. We're going to have special guests on next week. We're going to have some games and some fun surprises. So,
Flow Squad out.
signing off.